So I want to talk to you a little bit about why I love blogging for class. As a teacher, I find that putting together a blog post can really help me get all of the students looking at the same content. So this is a post that I built for first grade as we were learning about frogs and toads and how to classify them and identify them. So I've done a couple of things here. The first thing I've done is I've found images that I'm allowed to use by using a Google search, and under the tools in the Google image search, I chose labeled for commercial reuse with modification. This means that all of these pictures of frogs, people have approved for me to use when they uploaded their picture. They set the usage rights to free to use and share. So I can include any of these in the blog. Now, what I've done is in the blog itself, if we go over here to posts and we click edit, you can see that I've pasted these pictures in. I've set them all to the same size. I think I set them to large. Maybe I set them to medium. And we can see that I've got the captions that I've added with photo credits whenever I can. And this post puts all of these images in the same space, all under one address. So I don't have my students searching all over the place for the images. And then after the images, I've included the directions of what I'm asking them to do. This is handy because anytime you're giving students directions, you want to make sure you have a copy of them available. This puts them directly on the web page. The other thing it does is it helps me control the workflow. My students are working on an iPad, so by giving them this website address, I give them not only all of the pictures we're using, but I can include a link to the App Store, and when they view this on their iPad, there will be a button right here that says Open, so they can just click directly on the app and open that without searching for the app on their iPad. And again, I've got all of the toad pictures I have them to use, and then I give them specific instructions on how we email it by putting that on the board. I don't include the email here because I can use it for multiple classes this way. I've also included links to some of the other resources we could use, and even credits for some of the teachers who helped me put together this idea. Here's a note on the images I used. So that's basically one of the ways I like using a blog post to hold the content for a specific class. Another quick example, I could go over to third grade tech, and I could show you, if we go to view the blog of third grade tech, you can see that here's a page we did on the Harlem Renaissance, and I included videos along with note-taking sheets, and at the end of all of this, I've included a link to the web page they're going to use and a step-by-step screenshot walkthrough of what it's going to look like when they're actually doing that work. So here I've got not only resources, but scaffolding available that gives the students the directions once again. So that's just one of the ways that we can do this, and all of that starts by going over to your blog, selecting the blog you want, clicking New Post, and then beginning with the title and adding the content that you want to collect for that lesson.